Hey, Shalom, call hello, Yahabashim Yahushua. This is Matthew 10 and verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on the earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. All right, so the Lord is coming to send division, all right, which we can see in these Babylonians, these modern day Egyptians, as well as he's going to come to send a sword because there's going to be a lot of deaths going on. You got World War III coming up. All right, and the Lord is going to make his grand appearance in the midst of that. All right, but this is Revelation 8 and 13. It says, "And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by the reason of the other four voices of the trumpets of the three angels which are yet to sound." All right, so those woes represent wars, and those the word woe goes into misery and destruction. All right, that first woe, let's go into that first woe. This is the amount of casualties in the First World War. This says there were 20 million deaths and 21 million wounded. The total number of deaths include 9.7 million military personnel and about 10 million civilians. That's a lot of civilians. But yeah, the second one was a lot more. It says an estimated total of 70 million to 85 million people perished. All right, this is or about 3% of the 1940 world population. Estimated 2.3 billion deaths directly caused by the war, including military and civilian fatalities, are estimated at 50 million to 56 million, with an additional estimated 19 million to 28 million deaths from war-related deaths from war-related diseases and famine. So it was famine in World War II. All right, and the scripts go into we coming into a time like no other. So it's gonna be crazy out here. All right, which is that last woe. And if you just think about it, just meditate on it, like the weapons was way they was less advanced back in those days. The Lord said knowledge will be increased. So Esau got some, he got some shit. Like they didn't have nukes back then, they had atomic bombs. All right, so everything has been increased. All right, and just another precept. This is Isaiah 63 and verse 1. It says, "Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save." Just going into what the Lord's going to do. He's coming with that sword, and he's coming to bring salvation to his elect. Verse 2, "Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat?" All right, so again, going into how much of judgment and killing the Lord's going to do. All right, it says, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat, because in the ancient days, they would crush grapes, and they would have a lot of grape juice on them, symbolizing that blood. It says, "I've trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I would tread them in mine anger." The Lord is not happy with 2/3 of his people. All right, he's not happy with these heathen. He's also not happy with those that did what they did to him on the cross. All right, it says, "And trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment." Just going into that sword, which is a killing instrument, and the Lord is going to do a lot of killing. You can get rid of a lot of niggas, right? Including Esau and these heathen. All right. Lord willing, of Zedafan, call Halayim La, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah Bahashim Kagdash. Hey, Shalom.